Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
Top lane, but Zay's doing a pretty fine job of just farming and holding up. Not fun playing into Jace as a melee champion, but you know Rumble is decent at being able to farm with the harpoons and shield up some of the poke.
Yeah, he is effectively ranged with his harpoons at least.
Oh, I mean, HLE's bot lane's really pushed up. And Sponge, this is a flashless Alistar. This should be a pretty easy setup for a kill.
Yeah, the timing of this as well, and he's going to get hooked, but it does take a bit of damage. But the light is so low, I think Sponge might just be able to kill him by himself. He doesn't even have cooldowns to knock this dog away. The flash on in, and Delight is in a lot of trouble. First blood also given over to Teddy. And that is pretty gigantic for him. Let's see if Peanut can get something going here as they're trying to take out Pleta. And now Sponge in a bit of trouble. The burst damage coming out from Viper's passive, and they will trade it back. So Peanut able to get some back for the team.
Yeah, in this part of the season, you know, win round 1 and 2. Maybe round 2. At the start of round 2 could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a while away for now. They are looking for Pleta here.
He's going to get the Aftershock off, but he doesn't have flash and he can't hook to a wall. So you talked about this Nautilus having trouble if Home Life Esports gets fed, but he's already having trouble.
Yep. Good setup there, honestly, from Delight, finding a good flank angle, and then Peanut just comes in for the nice setup. And now, without your support on the map, can you really contest these grubs? They're going to try, you know. Zeka's dealing with a wave mid, so maybe they can steal away one. I think that's the game plan here.
And then Sponge sitting around. Peanut didn't use this smite for the first one. Now he's going to use it to secure the second one. And now Sponge just going to get zoned away, goes into his untargetable. But here comes Zeka in with the Spirit Rush. And DRX, I think they stuck around for way too long. And they will be punished for it. The flash on in from Peanut as he is feasting on them. Oh, a lot of feathers though. And now, maybe they chased a little bit too far. Zeka though is trying to rejoin. They both get stunned on the rocks. And this is turning into a very dirty fight, but still, it looks like Home Life Esports barely will come out ahead.
Zeka has no mana, but Viper had lethal tempo stacked up. Yukal backs away. And HLE, you see some gold leaves across the map. Interesting, Zayas ending up with a farm advantage in this matchup, but also a bit of a CS lead for Viper over Teddy.
Oh, smited that away to Peanut, and yeah, Sponge is going to get untargetable, but he gets knocked up here as well. The knockback from the Drake actually going to help a little bit. There's a nice hook from Pleta, but already the Spirit Rush has been used. So they're not going to overcommit onto that one, but it should mean that Home Life Esports do get this Drake.
Yeah, in a normal situation, baiting the ult of Zeka and get him in this low could mean that TRX can go for a fight, but they already committed Teddy to the top side. Oh, we're going to see a look in here.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go for it. Might as well. Nice little steal. And as Neferi, maybe he can do something. He's going to go untargetable, but no flash, and yeah, he's going to pay for it with his life.
I think it's worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
You don't really lose anything else other than that singular kill. You get the Dragon on the IM set. I mean, they're good for laning.
Yeah.
Don't really inspire joy for a team fight when you have Catalyst. Oh, no. But,
preparing to scale. Yeah, he's getting TP'd behind. Pleta does have his flash. And the TP takes about 5 million years. Now they're just going to turn on to Zeka, though, and he gets blown up immediately. And Pleta is able to get away as well. But the feathers are on the ground. It looks like DRX do not want to overcommit. They got their pick. And they'll just back away for now. A lot of low health bars on their side. They might still try to compete for this one.
Rich can TP back in. Pleta's going to take a while longer. Look at this flank from Delight, though.
Oh, boy. Yukal in a lot of trouble. The flash on in into the equalizer there. Just burnt to a crisp in the choke points. Teddy looks like he barely does survive. Rich does get back, and they are going to turn it here onto Delight, but you're trading your life just for the support, and you're going to lose these grubs as well.
Yeah, I think the big thing was the equalizer wasn't used in that initial fight by Zayas. And
this time they should get this one.
Yeah, they kind of had a lock on all these neutral objectives this game. I actually think that's why the steal earlier from Sponge was pretty significant, because it's bad, don't get me wrong, but if you are facing 6 grubs and 2 dragons, and right now HLE 2,000 gold, 2,300 ahead, they're in a strong position. They're starting up this Herald with confidence. Will we see DRX contest it? Rich does have TP, but he's a Jace. You kind of want him there a bit early. Alternatively, could just focus. Okay, he's TPing in. They want to make this a fight.
I'm just not sure if they're going to be able to. Look at this. CC chain comes in onto Sponge. The Kaisa ult goes in. Viper is very deep on this one. Doesn't have his flash. Maybe assumed he would, but he just kind of went in and traded his life for it. But still, Zeus here with the equalizer. They're just holding the choke and waiting. They're going to drop that one on top of Teddy and just zone him. And it's another one fight another objective that should go the way of Homolife.
Pretty poor.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Very specific.
Oh, you just got a Leandri's too.
Yep. Zeus will come top and finish off this tower. And now Dragon up. DRX don't have to contest this. There is an Atakan on the other side of the map. It is a tier stack. You'd be forgiven for just not fighting this, and DRX take the reserved call, which I think is also the correct call.
Yeah,
Throw the game over that. They will kind of get this freebie mid-tier 1 just from DRX responding to the Atakan. Won't quite get it yet, but it's pretty close. Remember, 6 grubs. That dot is pretty significant. And now looking for Rich in the bot. Oh no, Rich. Back off, back off, back off.
Oh, they're TPing in. They want to fight this as the TP came out first, and Rich is going to flash on over to it, but he might just be dead anyway. As Peanut, though, is going to get knocked back. It looks like he doesn't want to go for the fight, neither does Zeus anymore. Down does come Zeka, though. You can see on the minimap, he's about to get here, looking for Rich. Misses the charm, doesn't matter, gets the kill as the miss flash. No! Nobody wanted to see that, especially UCal and the guys on DRX. As a nice hook does come in from the side of Pleta, but might just index them into another fight here as Peanut is still going in, finally gets taken down, but he will be traded out as 2 kills goes to Zeus. And now Homolife Esports have really opened the game up.
Just
almost 6,000.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 6,000 now. They're going to get the Otacon, though, unless Sponge can somewhat steal it away. I don't know how you somewhat steal away an objective. Let's see. He's going to get over the wall. He goes untargetable. He steals it away. Sponge, the hero play. And he even gets a kill here on a Peanut. Not half bad. As now the withdrawals come in, but that's going to be a lot of money that does go over to Homolife Esports anyway. We'll see if they can get some kills, but Zeka does go golden. That means that Teddy can't really join the fight, so it's just 800 extra gold given over to Hanwha. As Teddy here is going to be equalized. No flash available, but he does have his Blade Caller. As, ooh, the timing a little bit late there from Teddy.
Yeah, I think the cooldown wasn't quite available, especially since Teddy wasn't there. Teddy is your strongest member, and he just wasn't present. And now it's going to be Dragon for Baron, which is definitely not a good trade, and not even one they're wanting to take.
We've seen so many fights like this where DRX are desperately trying to get in. Pleta has to frontline. He's just going to go down. As now, Miss Charm, nice dodge there from UCal. But that's a kill on to Pleta. It does mean that Homolife Esports will back off of the Baron, though. So no objective comes in. As that charm on the Fury never really going to hit, as they might just look for the Dragon instead.
The light's on a flank.
Yeah, the light is here. And now Teddy might just die first. He does have the withdrawal, but he's not in the fight anymore. As over the rocks go Peanuts, but he just doesn't care as Sponge goes untargetable. And they're just being hunted down one by one. Maybe Sponge gets away because he is Nefiri. But I think Homolife Esports are okay with that.
Oh, he applies a misses, as does the Void Seeker. He can heal off this Grump. And it's a lot of low health bars, actually. There's no TP but unfortunately misses the light here. Kind of just walks up and gets deleted. Doesn't have the ult available. It does pull them off the Baron. But I'm trying to see how the Viper really wants to commit. Now look for the Baron, looking to siege top lane. We'll see if DRX can hold them off. We might have to give this one up.
Yeah, I mean, Equalizer comes down, and the flash on in from Zeus. He wants blood right now. Goes incredibly deep for it, and yes, he will go down, but he sets up the fight for his team. He says, I want to be done with this game right now. I'm not wasting any time, as that guy just dies to the burn, and Zeka goes in. He is just rolling his face over the keyboard right now as nobody can get away from him here, as it looks super pretty on the side of Zeka, as once again he has his moments right at the end of the game.
Just decimation, you know, there's some nice steals, some Sponge, some decent plays at times, but for the most part this was a HLE favored game, and this final push from them, they made it clear they have a gold lead, they know how to pull it off, and Zeus wants this game over.
And he ended the game.
Very hard here. And keeping us guessing till the last minute. Not going to be fun for Rich on the Scion.
Yeah, I think bullied and wrecked in the top lane for your choice, but you didn't really have much of a choice in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's just a feels bad moment for him, as Zeka in a bit of trouble. He is going to go forward though, and actually he's just avoiding the Skarner entirely. A Sponge will get the first blood at least, and does flash away. Peanut should be able to. Yep, there's the Q. Does trade it back.
So 1 for 1, all summoners traded. Both junglers getting the kills. So not really much to come for. Oh, Sponge.
Well, he doesn't have his flash, so he's just dead. Gonna use his burrow to get into the Maokai, as he wasn't able to get out. So
Phase Rush is also what we've seen Sions go in a range matchups even.
well, Zeka, he's very pushed up and he doesn't have his flash. He does have Emperor's Divide and he is Azir, so this is part of the reason why we put just ult in team fights and be a team fight presence. Because you're never going to win against Nidalee. It's not going to happen. Peanut did get in here and did pick up a grub, so steals one away. Sponge in a lot of trouble. There's the Maokai and Blitzcrank synergy, and Sponge will just be going down here. They're going to give the kill over to Zeka.
I don't get how they're being surprised by these things.
It's getting very out of hand.
It is an 80 Nidalee, so it's not like... Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to get hooked here, though. Not under turret, though. There's the stun. Delight! Locked down by the two of them. Level 6 here, hit by Teddy right on time. Delight just was not able to respect that.
Everything landed, you know. Power up Raw Ezreal. And the Blitzcrank not very effective in the 2v2. You know, they obviously picked it for the synergy with the Volatile, but a great dodge there from Viper. And here, that's that final auto. The W into ult is why it does so much damage.
It's perfect from Teddy, layering the damage. And nicely done by Pleta as well to set it up. Sponge going around as Delight tries to help out his buddy Viper here. Gonna pull the Skarner away, but Viper in so much trouble. Does flash at the right at the end of it, but Teddy will still pick up the kill. So now we've got a 2-0 Ezreal. We're looking for another dive here. Viper, no Ghost, no Flash, and no support. Gets over the ult as Teddy, and the hook is going to miss as well, as he is super duper dead. Teddy picks up a third kill as well.
Teddy clean with it. Didn't even take cleanse this game. That much confidence now being collapsed on, though. Zeka has ult, has Flash. What can they do to outplay this? First Q misses.
TP comes in. That's how they're going to try to outplay it. Oh, but the deny on the TP. And now Zeka's like, oh, I guess we'll just kill the Braum here. Thank you very much. Pleta with no flash here, but does throw the ult out. And Sun comes in. Zeka in a bit of trouble. And Teddy is just so strong already.
Yeah. Oh, now looking for Zeus.
He does have his flash, but should take a little bit of pressure off, at least.
So some good moves coming out from DRX. The fact she does a lot of mixed damage.
Yeah.
With this build.
Zeus, of course, does not care about the Scion. Scion almost doesn't exist. There's that wave clear you were talking about. Here's the Maokai ultimate down on the bottom side. Probably looking for the hook here onto the Braum, but Zeka in a bit of trouble. Goes in, gets the double sweep, but the follow-up is not quite there. Zeka in a lot of trouble, as is Sponge, but Sponge survives for so long, and so does Zeka. Finally gets traded out. That's a fourth kill over to Teddy. This Ezreal is gigantic.
And the Q hit. They don't end up going for him.
Yeah.
Sapling will slow them down. Trade of kills. The Dragon goes over to DRX. And Rich once again having fun.
Yeah. I love watching this matchup.
Yeah.
From the Nidalee's perspective.
The Hollow Radiant, considering how strong they are as 4 without Sion.
Yeah, it's very true. We talked a lot about, you know, Ezreal gold gap. We talked about the Nidalee gold
I
gap.
would have really had the fans on edge.
Oh boy. Nobody wants to see that. Peanut's here, but we have 3 members trying to gank in Nidalee and in Maokai. A pretty difficult task. They're just going to turn onto Pleta. There's a TP coming in as well. Sponge gets the aggro. In goes Zeus, but there is Teddy right there. As now Zeka gonna save his top laner. And Teddy, does he have the damage? No, he absolutely does not, and nearly dies for it as well. That would have been a mess.
They need to address this. You know, I said that the Nidalee gold lead wasn't that relevant in terms of fights, but it's definitely, you just keep giving over structures, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, considering the player that's playing it as well, like, I think Zeus is the guy that's going to get the most value out of this pick.
Yeah.
Out of anybody, so you can absolutely trust him. And now Rich, he tried to clear the wave, I guess. Maybe thought Zeus backed.
The thing is, he has no armor as well, so there's tripod.
It's the light. Looking for the hook. He's going to find Pleta. That Braum in a lot of trouble, holding up the door, as he will actually be able to flash away and does barely get away. Viper not going to hit the Q. So a living Braum this time around.
But again, it's scrappy. They do manage. And I feel like we're just seeing Rich's misfortune continue.
The turret's half dead. There wasn't even a wave there.
Yeah.
It's not fair. That's what happens when you blind pick Scion into Zeus as well. I mean, this is just going to happen. It didn't have to be 80 Nidalee. There's just a little flare. As now, we got the Ult's coming out here from the Maokai. No follow-up from Delight, though. Now he's going to go for the hook as he gets a max-range hook onto Pleta, but he is Braum. And now we got the Impale here on a Zeka, who, yes, will get the shuffle into the Redemption as well. And he will survive for just long enough. They get Teddy, and he was really the only guy doing much of anything. As Yucal, he is Victor. Oh, comes in, he lives! Yucal lives! And Peanut can't quite get in range. Meanwhile, this is happening, but the team fight was much more interesting.
Yeah, and I still think, despite this being a win for DRX, barely. And meanwhile, that side lane is bleeding.
Feeling pretty good. Now we're just gonna go straight for this turret, as the TP does actually finish, as now, yeah, we're gonna have a second one coming on in. They're all grouping up for this one, as Rich in a lot of trouble. He doesn't really exist in this game, so that's the front line gone. At least one of them. 5 members of Homalife barrel down mid.
It kind of felt like... Oh.
Yeah, Zeus just knows how strong he is, and he's not scared of anything. As Impale comes in, maybe he should have been a little bit more scared. No, he's going to flash away, and now he's got Redemption and his own heal, and hops over the wall. Kind of baits his team into a rough spot, but got Teddy's flash, so there's that.
Yeah, I think Zeus feels like I'm so strong. This fight got very scrappy, but Zeus is like, I'm so strong, and then he gets... Oh, speaking of Zeus...
What is Zeus doing? Where is he? Can he survive this time around? The answer is absolutely not. As the shutdown goes over to the Skarner, unfortunately, but here comes Yucal. It's going to be swept away. And meanwhile, Rich trying to keep the fight going.
So you remember I said that thing about the goal lead being a little fake on the mid lane?
I mean, he also doesn't have to be diving the enemy jungle 1v5.
No, you don't understand 80 mid lane top, right? You just...
I guess maybe he does,
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Zeus has no TP up in 20 seconds. So this is a straight... Well, it's a 5v5 if you include Atakan, because he's doing a lot of damage to DRX right now.
Rich isn't actually real. It doesn't even have his ult. But they need Zeka here.
If Peanut gets in, it's so bad.
Well, they're going to try to zone there with the Scion Q. It will be successful. Zeka still chipping away. Some lower health bars, but a big Scion Q onto that backline into the Braum follow-up. And Viper and Delight are both dead. And there you go. Now we got an Impale onto Zeka. Follow-up should come in. I don't think he's getting out of this one. As yes, he will go down. That's a double kill now for Teddy. As here comes Zeus, though.
Get the plants, get the plants.
Got the front line. Zeus, he wants some of the plants, he wants some of the flowers. And he wants some kills as well. Double kill comes out for Peanut. And now they're looking for a bit more. The stun was big on the Zeus, but he gets another one. As down will go Peanut. And Zeus is all alone. This game is absolutely wild at this point.
He could kill you. Be really careful. Never mind.
Yeah, not into these 2 damage dealers. Just going to get burst down.
So as I was saying, very fake gold. It's very funny. And then it looks like he's able to do things. But unfortunately, Teddy and Yucal are very... Well, Teddy in particular is quite strong, but Yucal's also level 16. And he kind of just pumps damage, you know? And
do the wave.
Yeah.
Like, just ignore the Nidalee. Yeah, no, that's not on the wave.
Yeah, just play it, the minions.
She can dash out of the queue. As, yeah, okay, you ulted her. This time, there's the stun. It's still Nidalee. He's just going to heal himself. Why even bother? You got a Maokai ultimate coming in. Trying to hold up the door. The Mikhails is there. And Change of Corruption there as well. Gonna target Yucal, actually. Jumps on over. Bit of damage, but a lot used by Hamwaz. Now, Zeus, he's looking for the kill. Going under the turret. As Rich, he did not spend enough time clearing the wave. As down will go the turret. And Zeus can do whatever he wants in the side lane.
One job. Just clear the wave. It's the only job, you know? That's all you need to do is just clear the wave. And now that inhibitor is constantly going to be threatened. Zeus got what he wanted.
Oh, don't.
Just the minions. Okay, it's... Yeah, and look at these ones. That's something.
You know that episode of SpongeBob where it's like the lid, the lid, the lid? Yeah. Rich, he doesn't have his ult, and he's actually taking a lot of damage here. He's alone. The Maokai ultimate comes out, and there you go. You can hook the Scion.
Wait, don't go for Dragon. Just go for Dragon. DRX, just go for Dragon. Let them have Baron. If they're already set up there, just go for the Dragon.
Take the Dragon.
Take the Dragon.
Yucal is coming over here to stop the push, but just gonna try to save the base.
It's fine. Let the inhib go. Okay, just clear the minions.
Trying to take a 1v1 here. The Chaos Storm does come down here, as there is the Sterix shield. The spear is going to land, as now trying to hop on in, but the timing on the Zhonya's is great. Gets over the wall to Zeus, as now he will go down. Did not have flash, and they got him.
Okay, It's going to be a little bit rough because HLE have Baron, but fortunately, you got to upset. Zeus doesn't even have Baron, doesn't he? No, back up.
Okay, well, he says, I want to fight. And I'm gonna cue the Nidalee. TP's coming in.
He can just run away, though.
Yeah, the ult does hit him. And there's the Q. I mean, no flash yet. And
he's slowed.
He's slowed. He can't get away. It's a big shield, but eventually, this Nidalee will go down. But meanwhile, we got a team fight going on. Big redemption. And now the angle is gigantic for Zeka. Picks up the two of them as you had one job. Kill the Nidalee and don't team fight. Because now we got a big Chaos Storm coming out here as well as Zombie Scion. And it's a lot of damage from Yuka. He's going to go down. The one job he had as well is also failed. Humble Esports with the Baron will just end the game.
Clutched defeat from the jaws of victory. DRX making some big mistakes, and HLE are there to punish, there to clean up. We saw the 80 Nidalee top from Zeus. It did its job swimmingly, and HLE will claim a 2-0 in this game. Just kill the minions. Just kill the minions.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
Pot's essentially one biscuit, one pot, and it's just fine. Bottom lane pretty even, all things considered. And now Potok actually going to get knocked up here by Paulo, left alone as Peter left to ward, and Potok's just dead. And that's what can happen if you're an MF out of position. You don't have your support, you don't have some security, you might just die.
How? By Chovy on the benefits of killing minions.
He really was, I mean, he wasn't the first player to ever prioritize minion killing, but he was one of the first players that made it.
Because he had his oranges, he had his Q, his parlay.
Yeah.
What was his other ability?
It was like a attack speed buff or something. As Cassie's going to get engaged on here as Morgan now ults into the Alistair and is just left for dead. Does have his flash, but just doesn't want to use it. Peter, very nicely done by him to get in front of
more minions. You could have used it there.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, might get another fight here as Closer in a bit of trouble. That's the Lilia bowling ball to hit him as well. The sleep is going to hit too. And now we got Closer in a lot of trouble. Has to flash away. Burnus coming in. Cuz really was considering it, but no flash, no mobility, and Closer gets away.
Yeah, I don't think he was quite able to get the center.
Okay. Hambak going to miss his dash over the wall. Doesn't have flash, and now he just is going to die, I think. Yeah, down he goes.
He did get some hard skill procs though, so
worth.
Definitely really want that.
Chad. Definitely check that out. In real life. So even though Peter's on the enemy team, if you're also a Giga Chad Bro Tax enjoyer, you'll enjoy that.
That's what everyone's here for, you know. Yeah. And also you can spam what did it Chad in the chat.
That's what did it Chad moment.
That is just zero. Oh, the TP flank!
What is happening here? Okay. Well, that happened, and now BDD is going to go on bounds here. He's in a lot of trouble. He does have his help, though, from Casting just going forward. Instead, they're going to get the skill on a Sejuani, although Casting is probably going to have to pay for it with his life. Although, I say that. In goes Paulo. Maybe they give that kill over to Bull. BDD, nice dodge on the Ambessa ult. That means he gets out. Whereas Casting, Paulo really doesn't want to take the kill. And, yeah, they'll get that kill over to Bull. That is a shutdown for Desire.
Yep. Yeah, able to give that one over, and do lose a lot of the map for it though. You know, they lose that mid-tier 2. They lost the Dragon as well. So, you know, overall, did they get that much from the play? Not really. And they lost the Sejuani. This Sejuani not feeling so tanky with the current items into this comp. Little headbutt from Peter. And he will just recall.
Yeah, he's doing his job. He's up the back.
Coke against a Alistair Rumble. A bold decision.
Yeah, did a decent amount of damage to Peter.
Yeah.
So KT will respect it.
They forced the recall from Closer, and that's what they want. So now BDD can take the tower. And if Bro want to start Arakan, they are welcome to. I think KT are hoping they will. I would, if I haven't paid my Bro tax, I would pay it right now.
I'm like, I'm going to get in the chat and pay my Bro tax. Don't do the Arakan. Please.
Please do not do that.
You can have every brush just to be careful.
Oh, he's found something. That wasn't a ward. That was bigger than a ward.
Look how much damage he did from just like a second. Okay, gonna get hit by that. There's the Ambessa in as well. The turret doing a lot of damage as Equalizer comes down. He gets a shield, but Not quite enough damage to do much against the two of them.
Yeah, does manage to chunk them down though, so the prospect of an Anakan isn't really realistic, but a good kill coming out from Bro, and they will get a tower. That's what the Bro tags.
Nice little play just to make sure. Again, another Yone special. Gets in, gets out, and they're going to take down that Ocean Drake.
You did brewed tea, then you got water.
Yeah. I mean, tea is just water, but brewed.
There you go.
Yeah. So, you know,
Makes sense.
kind of got halfway there.
Oh no, casting's falling for the minion trap.
Yeah, there we go again. He heard just kill the minions, and he's following yeah, he's following.
I'd be so
that,
upset.
but,
I'd be like,
yeah.
they told me just to kill the minions. I don't think they do it quick enough to get out.
I don't know. They have a lot of damage.
They might get it, but they're going to get away.
I think they do. It's going to be very close.
Oh, nice stuff from Paulo.
Oh, okay. That's the difference maker. Paulo going to stop it.
Can they cut them off, though? That's the question. They're looking for the recalls and the brushes. They've been spotted.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the chase. We do see that Paulo got away. Closer is away, and they get out. I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, doesn't have his ult now to laugh at them as they push this tower, so I guess Bro got the final laugh.
Yeah, Otacon falls away. Baron's still
Just
here.
whittling down, burning resources right now, and Paddock nearly has his ult back.
All right, he's going to get that Q3, and the lineup comes in, only hits a couple in the front, and it is going to be enough. They take down Paulo, and Hambak is solo as well. Paddock is going 1v1 versus the Azir. Oh, man, the Zhonya's timing is fantastic, but do you win the fight? The answer is no. As meanwhile, Morgan just being walked around here as Cuz got him on a leash. Nice little kill, though, onto the Alistair. Nice knockup comes in. Ambessa, pretty dangerous. There's the shield. BDD coming on over, wants the kill as the burn is ticking away. But Morgan might just be able to get away, and that he does. But it's still going to be Ocean Soul to KT.
Considering
they're just doing Baron.
sleepy bullet time.
It's going to force Peter on over once again. This product just now gets here. There's the bullet time. And so it's going to go to the Sejuani. No steal going to happen here. BDD goes in, goes out. KT want to get out now as Peter going to get hit by that one, and they should leave him, but they can't quite get away from Morgan as they already got the one. Palu trying to get in. It's a big sleep, actually, but the follow-up is there. They get Hambak. Who's the next one? Morgan gonna frontline for the entire team. It's so scrappy once again. Casting on the left by himself, left against so many members, and he's nearly, just barely going to survive.
Bro ended up getting the Baron, though, so they got as much value of this Baron. And hopefully keep KT trapped in that base so it becomes a bit awkward to contest this Elder.
I mean, Hambak's smites have been good, so if it does come down to a Challenger's Elder Flip, which, by the way, we have a decent amount.
Oh, the head shake. The stress.
Okay, all right, third time's the charm. We're gonna engage this time. Okay, we got an angle. The sleep in the sleep. The bullet time. He hit closer. No, no! Guys! Oh no! But the Bros are feasting. Very low health bars here though on the side of Bro, even though it is 5v6. Look at Degon. He can't even contain himself.
Everyone's stressed.
We got the double picture-in-picture closer. Nearly died to a bowling ball. Had to dash away. KT still had position. They still have position, and now headbutts the Sejuani away, but he's gonna get in. It's a flip. It's a good old Challenger flip. But Sejuani is dead. Desire! No way! Whoa! Managed to take it down. But wait, can he win? Can he win is the question. Morgan with the Elder Blood losing to the Rumble. No!
Trying to keep Hambak out.
They're doing Baron, by the way, in live.
Kind of fails. And then here, so Cuz goes down, but then Hambak can't get in range. It's just not there. And then Xayah, it was 11 HP, just a feather.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's Bro's time.
Yeah.
Trying to push with the Baron. I don't think you're going to end this game with a push. We need another Elder. We all know that. We all know that.
It's only 3.5 minutes away.
Oh.
Not that far away. Oh, that's the poke. And there's the...
No, just sleep them first!
He didn't do any damage!
Oh my god!
Alright, he zoned them off of the turret, though.
They burned 3 ults. I don't even know why Peter used his ult, but he did.
He just wanted to in solidarity.
Solidarity.
I'm gonna ult, guys. I know yours weren't that good, but so is mine.
He wanted the Z.
It
wasn't hitting Palu, and it was hitting Closer, and then he just instantly died.
All right, little
BDD.
fight here. BDD very, very caught. He's going to try to ult away, and he actually does ult a couple. Gets his shield as well. He's staying alive. BDD gotta be kidding me! And he sets up the fight for the team! Did not believe for a second he was going down, and now Morgan is in it alone. There's only so much he can do, as he will go down. Bull, oh, he's gonna take out BDD though. He stays alive, he takes out Peter. Morgan still alive as well, but does get taken down. And Bull, I mean, he did a good job, but I don't
Get out of
know
that,
if he can do this
Paulo.
alone.
You guys need to, I think, recall.
Yeah, just go to Rakan and just hit the B button.
No!
No, he might actually die.
Yeah, they just end. Can they not just end? You have to get back to your base.
He's zoning them. There's no Feather Storm, and Bull's just gonna die. Can't kill casting, and I think we're finally done, guys. The game is over. KT, they have finally done it. They figured it out. And it comes off of Bro engaging onto BDD.
Look,
That's all you needed to do.
if you look at the history of League of Legends, Riot Games,
It's like, okay, it's time for the Yorick.
yeah,
Blind.
and we saw like a mega Yorick rework. And then maybe if like all that lane is spam ping them 18 times.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I feel like junglers are kind of used to it, though. Casting doesn't have the ability to get out of there, so he's just taking a beating.
I feel like jungle is less of a
They got the clone here. Peter not going to be able to chase enough.
You might be getting a fight. You know, there is an
Might be
ult
getting a
available.
scrap.
Ult available to closer.
All right, we're going in as the rocks come down late. BDD in a lot of trouble as down he goes. First blood at 6 minutes for Bro. Is it possible? Yes, it is. How about a second kill? As we got Peter caught out as well.
Charm finds great effect there from the side of closer.
Exactly.
That's what you're trying to say. Oh,
Rel is hip. She
See?
knows. We're going in onto this Yorick. Morgan is, oh, he's going to get knocked up there on the corner even after the flash. In a lot of trouble, taking huge amounts of damage from the Aatrox. And that is just another Yorick that's very sad.
Yep. End up just taking out Morgan.
As they're setting up here for the Dragon, it is a Chemtech Dragon. So no Chemtech Soul once again.
Doing my job. Peter is in this Banana Brush, looking for closer.
And that is an Ari. And yeah, it's just going to go over. No, Paulo just died. Yeah, he just got blown up to pieces. And didn't even flash, didn't bother to. Just accepted his fate.
Just decided, Did see at the start of the week, the 6-scrub win rate was kind of slacking.
Yeah.
But they also got the Dragons, so it's pretty, you can go and go. Oh,
Going in again, but Peter, he's got his flash, but he might just die instead. He's going to flash, and then he's going to die. Okay. Down he goes. Nice charm. Product has to cleanse, but now a huge engage comes in from Palu, and BDD, he just throws down some rocks. He's like, I'm trying my best, but he's going to get caught out as well, because we do have the triple kill going to Bull. And BDD still on the chase. For some reason, it's going to flash away, and he does not get the kill closer. Just outplays him and gives him the thumbs up.
making it happen.
I don't know how KT, it looked like they were trying so hard to start that fight, and somehow nobody fought.
It looked like they were trying a little too hard, but then again, nothing happened.
All right, well, on the rocks is Closer, but he has another dash, and guess what? It's Wukong! This BDD will go down, and now on a killing spree is Closer. 3 in a row.
Mid jungle from Bro showing up this game. Closer and Handback having a pretty good one. And BDD not having a fun time in this game, I will say.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the Talia. If you're ever at a position...
There is never a good time. There's never a bad time to pay your Bro tax. You should always pay it. It's just consistent. Consistently pay it. If they're winning, you want them to keep winning. If they're losing, you want them to start winning. If it's even...
All right, Paulo's walking in the straight line. We missed the route, but it doesn't matter.
All right, someone's not paying their Bro tax.
Someone is like, you know what? These guys are wrong.
These guys are wrong.
He's going to do the Dragon. And Bro are going to do the Otacon with Yorick.
That's why you pick Yorick, so you can just solo Otacon.
Yeah.
This is going down so fast.
And...
Wow, really? Really?
Wait! Handbach starts it again. They don't have any vision.
Everyone is just unwilling to do something.
Uh-oh. Not the face check. Oh, it's okay. He's got disengage cone. He's going to get away. Thank you, disengage cone.
Okay,
Glad we have that in the game.
Mid tower, though.
Okay.
And actually, because it took so long to do Otacon, it's now going to be up
This
one
in the
back.
air, I believe.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a great one.
And very applicable here.
700 gold to close. Bro, you got to be careful.
Got to be subtle about this.
Yeah. All right, now they're getting a little bit more aggressive.
Yep.
They're thinking about it.
They're considering the prospect of taking this tower.
Will they go?
They put in planning permission for the demolition.
All right, missed stun, but crash down hits. That is on to Aatrox. Can they burst him down? The answer is not really, as he's going to go straight into them instead, and now he's going to get locked up in the circle and just go down. So they did it. They did something. They went in, as now, nice little Zhonya's to get away, but Closer still going to get flipped back and still will get withdrawn. So 200 gold goes over to KT.
I think they could have just gone for Baron after killing Casting and having Atacam buff still up, but instead they did that. There was some like pathogen in there.
Exactly.
You know?
I've seen that in the movie.
Very healthy distance.
Yeah. Gotta be careful. Bull knows there are a decent amount of threats that can close the distance.
Oh yeah, the Reaver's roll in particular. Oh, he's getting Ooh.
Oh, he nearly lost 10% of his health. Here's Casting, getting in onto the Yorick. He's getting down with it. Morgan doesn't seem to care. He is doing a lot of damage here to Casting, actually, but once the entire team shows up and they give the shutdown to the Ezreal, he's not going to have a good time. Meanwhile, Pro, they're getting the Dragon and the bottom turret.
Yeah. Not a great trade.
For KT.
Not a great trade at all for KT. They're also probably losing this mid-tier too.
But they got the Yorick.
A lot of exchanging.
Yes.
Not too much confrontation.
It's probably for the best.
Definitely for the best.
Yeah.
Oh, they're collapsing on a closer.
Here we go again. He does have the Spirit Rush. The rocks are down. He's going to dash up instead. We got a TP coming in here as well. And eventually, you do get locked down. There's a charm once again. And now we got Wukong follow-up and the Rel on top of everyone as Bro waited for the exact right moment. And it was for a win. They engaged onto the Fed Ahri as they're looking for Podok. Very nice from Closer. Going to get the cleanse out of Podok, who is the only one left alive and doesn't really have that much wave clear at this point in time.
It should be game, you know, slow and steady works for Bro here. Should be able to push in the base and end the game on this one. Podok's not going to be able to do enough to defend. And a rough game to KT. VDD in particular, not able to make too much of an impact in this one.
Yeah, not much that they could do, especially at this point, just pushing in with the Maiden, as here is Peter, is going to try his best to soak up some of the damage, and that he will. But they're still going to win the game. Podok, yeah, he's just got to get away. Down goes the Nexus.
You're kind of just sitting there.
Yeah.
Not going to have too much impact, so I think despite it being 80 carry favored for Bro, Rex second game, I think that sort of game comes with trauma, so I think you just need to...
True.
It's just not okay.
But that's the perfect time to say it is what it is.
Exactly, and forget about it, you know?
Yeah, of course. How about diving the Scion?
Level 6 already hit.
He's got the Warden's Mail. It's a lot of damage, and Morgan might just die. The ult just come out, and the Q is fully stacked, but it doesn't hit anyone because Elise is very good at diving. Bull in a bit of trouble. We do see BDD on the chase, and Bull utilizes the walk strategy. Here's Closer.
I mean, I think Cuz actually misplayed a little bit because he got his passive on handback and then tried to ult and just didn't knock him away his own.
Oh, Peter, he gets the engage, and the no cleanse comes in. The barrier does not save him. Nice knockback, though, from Palu. That's going to be a trade of kills.
So as I was saying, I don't think the Draven was a good pick here.
No cash out.
No, yeah, so I just feel like in a situation like this, like on Draven, you know, you're not cashing out.
Yeah.
Was it a good pick? No. I think
in this meta, definitely not. Based on what we've seen, no.
Yeah, I think that's just, that's the analysis
like
we need.
Forward, and it was already too late. So, not able to react on time was Bull either. And a nice play from Peter. As now we're getting in onto Palu. It was just getting burst, and there you go. Into the wall goes Cuz, but Palu is very much out of the fight. BDD makes his way in, and this will be the Drake going over as Hambach not able to steal it. And Bull just face checks the brush where there's no vision, and the entire team was there.
Sorry, I don't mean to spoil stuff. Sorry, I'm just dropping spoilers here.
Can't believe he would do that. Well, we got to fight anyway. Cuz seems very fine. He's still going to flash away. Meanwhile, Bull trying to take the 1v1 versus Podok, and he's winning. Now he gets a cash out, but still dies to the Q. Meanwhile, Bro winning the rest of the fight here on the left side. And you see Cuz extremely low. He's going to go in!
He canceled the auto!
He canceled the auto! Why?
It is what it is.
Okay.
All right.
You're getting chunked out.
Yeah, they're going to get control of the banana brush. Will Bro.
Coming in.
Yeah.
Casting is now TPing.
Yeah, I mean, they get the taunt here on Apollo, but that is, ooh, very nice ult from Cuz. Just going to push them away. Has to flash, though. Here comes Casting. Has made his way over. The shot blast is going to miss. We have the reset here on the Dragon. They're going to start it up once again as the knock comes out and knocks away two of the main damage dealers of KT. It looks like they'll have to give away this Dragon Bro. They find the best way to get the objective without fighting. And they do it again. No! And the team, they're going to follow up on it, actually. Can they win the fight? Paulu's going in. A big Q comes down, smashes down from Morgan, as now he's frontlining against the whole team. Not going to land another one. As Casting, he wants a bit more damage because he's here with full health. And, well, Bro got the Dragon.
That they did. Part of playing, especially that it's not tank Jace anymore. It's I do damage Jace. I want to shock blast people.
Well, we're invading the blue buff as Cuz is in a lot of trouble here, but he is down. He's got TP coming in, Casting here, and is going to jump into 4 people. This game is just wild. The ult comes in on the Casting, and they get the kill for Bull. It's huge, actually. As now, going in for more is Hambach. He's only going to get the repel, though. Still a kill. The Rift Herald is pushing mid.
I did just say it's not tank Jace. I want to make that clear. It's
you
not
did say that,
Jace.
yeah.
Okay, and I think Casting needed to hear that more than anyone.
I remember. He said it. I was there.
Okay, well, 2 towers mid.
Yeah.
And that kill, so I think Bro pretty happy with how things are going right now. We also have Paulu picking up the Locket, not opting for the Zeeks this time.
A little fight brewing here, actually, as Morgan says, no, I don't want to fight. Just going to run away very fast.
And yell cowards at them.
Yeah.
Peak Scion, honestly.
Closer, just going to get another turret.
Basically even with a Scion. That's not a good thing.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
All right, baiting him in. There's the Cocoon, but it's a stolen Xin Zhao ult, and that's going to be dodged, actually. Very nicely done by Peter. I'm not sure if it would have saved him anyway. Nice little pick onto Closer, who thought he was safe.
I feel like this Xin Zhao is... I'm invincible. Yeah, only if they're outside the circle. They just come into the circle.
You mean Xin Zhao and Galio and even Kai'Sa aren't going to be inside the circle?
Yeah.
Or Jace?
Yeah, or at least...
They might have done that nowadays.
Will they get this? I think they should get this in time.
I mean, somebody's got to go in. Yeah, Hambach just got here. They just got here. And it's going to come down to the flowers. Who's going to get all of the flowers? Who will be the Captain Flower? That is the question. We got an ult coming in. Podok, he has a lot of peel this time, though. And he's got the ult, and down goes Bull, meanwhile, on the bottom side of the fight. And now, Bro just get baited into this Waka one. But Closer finds the angle on a Peter. They take out the Elise. And a chance for Bro as both teams eyeing each other. Not sure if they want to go. A massive taunt gets Paulu. And now the front line is slowly being chipped away at, giving confidence for BDD, who is still full health and wants to continue on this one, but doesn't have his flash.
Yeah, not sure they'll be able to find anything more here, but the speed up comes through from BDD.
It's very fast.
Running.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so far you can go. One more Justice Punch. A chance. Ooh.
Okay, well, it's still enough to probably get you this Dragon.
Yeah.
Low health bars from Bro. The main thing is they chase them away. Don't let them recall. They get the Ruinous Atakan, and it was hard to...
It feels like on both sides. Not like absolutely uber insane amounts, but definitely high, especially as we get later and later in this game, 28 minutes in.
Paddock just picked up a Nash's 2P.
Yeah.
Pumping single target damage.
Him and the Jace, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Xin Zhao a little bit.
Oh, the Death Stance on Hambach.
Yeah.
That's going to be a bit of a threat on this Neferi.
Yeah, he's definitely been jumping into backlines pretty aggressively. So
I think it's just hard with the amount of CC flying about, you know.
It's definitely a lot of melee that don't really like this Galio.
That Draven with the Bloodthirster.
Yeah. This is the way you gotta go for these fights, though. As Morgan, oh, he's gonna get taunted up. They might have the damage, but a stolen Galio ult is gonna come through. BDD, he gets knocked up, and now on the left side, they go for Podok. As a huge amount of damage goes on him. One axe gets it done, but it's traded out. Meanwhile, Hambach is going nuts on the right side of the fight on this Neferi, casting, though, a double kill.
Oh, the flash!
Oh, the flash is gonna miss! And that will make the big difference as BDD is alone. And the chase comes in from Hambach. Eventually they'll kill him, right? Right, Degon? Oh my god. Okay. Really? Okay, they got it.
Okay, they got it.
There you go. 7,000 damage to both Hambach and Casting. And it just means that Bro will get the damage to lock into that Baron.
And Morgan is getting to the point where he's just so tanky.
Yeah, he is Scion. And here we go. We got a little engage. In goes Hambach, and that is a knockaway of 2. Unfortunately, KT, I think they're just going to walk away. So kind of helping them get away, I suppose.
Yep.
I feel like the front line, the 2 guys he knocked away, they might have been able to engage on. But after they got knocked away, they couldn't engage on the other 3. You know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of... Yeah, didn't do much. Knockup comes in on
Oh, he gets
Hambach.
knocked down off the queue.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I feel like the problem is neither of these teams have that reliable engage.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you're kind of firing cocoons, or you have to, like, jump in yourself. This standoff keeps
That's fearless. That's fearless, baby. That's why we get 40-minute games with Bro and KT.
The important thing is no MF, though. Oh.
Okay.
BDD in trouble?
Kind of in the front. Meanwhile, Closer going 1v5 on the left side. BDD, though, is in so much trouble. He's going to try to ult away, but he can't. He gets knocked out. And now Cuz goes on in. Well, goes down, rather, and Potic is just left for the fishes as well. He has to go into Zonya. Says, bro, they might have done it. They might have actually just won the game right here. They're going to attempt to end it at least as Peter flashes away from Hambach, who is an absolute menace in this game.
Hambach's been a monster. You know, to think this player was subbed out for the start of the LCK, dominating KT right now. Peter's going to try and make an attempt. He will fail. Casting will try as well.
We have a crazy host on the desk. And yeah, they're not able to clear out the wave here. So there you go, bro. They've done it. They've actually taken down KT in a 3-game banger. And all it took was catching